An analysis of more than 70,000 fossils indicates that mollusk communities were incredibly resilient to major climatic shifts during the last ice age. Scientists from the Florida Museum of Natural History and several European research institutions tracked the history of Adriatic ecosystems through two warm periods that bookend the most recent glacial expansion. Their results show that major changes in temperature, salinity and sea level had much less of an impact on mollusk communities than the current environmental crisis caused by human activity in the region. This has occurred as far back as the Roman Empire, when increased agriculture led to higher rates of erosion. While prior civilizations along the Italian peninsula have left a notable signature on Adriatic ecosystems, Norrit explains that most of the changes have occurred within the last century. The influx of fertilizers into rivers and estuaries have sparked runaway reactions that deplete oxygen in marine and freshwater environments. Pollution from towns and cities creates a toxic melange for sea life, and cargo vessels litter international shipping lanes with invasive stowaway species that disrupt native ecosystems. Perhaps most detrimental to Adriatic mollusks, commercial fisheries drag nets across the seafloor, scouring the basin for bottom-dwelling fish and bivalves. The Adriatic Sea is the most heavily trawled area in the world, Norrit said, citing a broad study published earlier this year. What scientists have lacked, up until now, was data on natural disturbances in the Adriatic's recent past they could use to assess the significance of current ecological changes. To fill the gap in the region's history, the researchers sieved long, vertical sediment cores for marine mollusk fossils dating back to the late Pleistocene. All told, there were about 17 ice ages during the Pleistocene, starting approximately 2.5 million years ago and ending with the final retreat of the glaciers just 12,000 years before present. The changes wrought by the onset of the last ice age are especially evident in the Adriatic Sea, which is mostly shallow across its northern extent. When sea levels dropped by about 400 feet at the peak of the Ice Age, the northern Adriatic nearly ceased to exist, its shores retreating over 150 miles south toward the Mediterranean. It would have been possible to walk from modern-day Italy to Croatia, Scarponi said. The entire northern part of the basin was exposed and transformed into an immense lowland plain. By studying fossils preserved before, during and after the last ice age, the researchers could directly observe the changes to mollusk communities. Their results show that as oceans receded and cooled, mollusks that are today restricted to colder regions flourished in the Adriatic while warmth-loving species declined. The researchers note, however, that despite the strong shift in numbers, very few species disappeared altogether. The main difference between mollusk communities through the glacial, interglacial cycles isn't extinction or the appearance of new species, but rather changes in relative abundance, Norrit said. By itself, the finding that mollusks are resilient to climate change is good news. Modern marine communities are already contending with increasing ocean temperatures associated with global warming caused by humans. Temperatures during the last interglacial were actually a few degrees higher than they are at present, and yet we see the same associations of mollusks, Scarponi said. That means near-shore mollusk communities will likely be resilient to a slight increase in temperature going forward. But a warmer world brings with it a unique set of compounding problems, warns Norrit. The future of marine ecosystems in the Adriatic and throughout the world's oceans remains an open-ended question, one the study authors maintain will require a variety of strategies to solve. The study was published in the journal Global Change Biology. Daniele Scarponi, Rafal Norrit, Michele Azzarone, Claudio Pellegrini, Fabiano Gamberi, Fabio Trincardi, Michał Kowalewski. Florida Museum of Natural History. 2022, April 18. Adriatic ecosystems withstand major climate shifts but wither under human impact. Science Daily. Retrieved April 18, 2022 from ift.tt/8 Amherst Florida Museum of Natural History. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.